Welcome back, Rich Minds. It's your boy Reno coming back to you with another video. And today's topic is gonna be they thought you were dumb and messy. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder for my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, they thought you were dumb and messy. Okay? Now, see, a messy individual is a person who talk about everybody's business. All right? A messy individual is an individual who wants to bring other people into their negative and toxic circle. All right? These are messy people. They're always trying to snitch and tell on people, right? They want to talk about everybody's business, and I'm talking about y'all their personal business, not the business that's going on the job. No, they want to talk about the personal business, all right? And see, they thought that you were dumb and messy. Now, the reason why I added dumb in there, y'all, is because I believe truly that a person who's messy and a person who is being messy publicly and in front of other individuals is a dumb individual. They're not utilizing their wisdom. They're not being wise, right? In fact, they're actually being the fool. And it says in the scriptures, y'all, as we have quoted thousands of times, fools walk with fools. The wise walk with the wise. Okay? And so with that being said, y'all, this right here is a long overdue video. You not messy. Now, the famous question, y'all, is why would they think that? Okay, like why would they think that you're dumb and messy just like them? Why would they think that you just want to, sprinkle a little bit of people business and they ill and sprinkle a little bit of people business and they ill sprinkle their business over here? I mean, you got better things to do, right? You are valuable, you are important, you are significant. You have other things to do. Like somebody drop in the comments and say, I don't got time. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say, I don't got time. They want to talk about everybody's business, with you. As soon as you walk out the room, they right here talking about you. Okay? That's the crazy thing, y'all. As soon as you get done talking with them about Michael, John, and Joe, they over here talking about you. Right? And so with that being said, y'all, we're going to speak about it, y'all. We got to. Now, before we do so, y'all make sure y'all leave a thumbs up on this video as well as subscribe to the channel. Yes, sir. Not only that, y'all be sure to ring my bell so you can be notified after every single video I post. Let's get into it, chosen ones. So, number one, the first reason why they thought that you were dumb and messy is because of the work environment. All right? The work environment, y'all. Let me say it louder for my chosen ones in the back. Yep, y'all, the work environment. So oftentimes, y'all, people feel like since y'all are working in the same place, y'all have the same mindset. Since y'all are, having certain conversations about work, they feel like they can go ahead and, lay it on you. Okay, y'all ever just went to work and you minding your business, you stacking your boxes, right? You stacking up the bags, whatever you doing, okay, and then maybe they said something and you probably snickered or you laughed, whatever. You just trying to get the day over with. You don't mean no harm, and you ain't trying to be their best friend. You just ain't trying to create enemies as well, right? Here they go. They want to come tell you about what Timmy and Tasha done did. You heard who was sleeping in the back room? You heard what they did? Girl, that's crazy, ain't it? And all you did was just snicker, right? But more importantly, y'all, you was in the work environment, so they thought that you had that same mindset. Family, when I was working at Marshall's, this is when I was around a lot of low-down individuals. No, I am not trying to make myself seem as if I am the end-all, be-all. I am so much better than these people, and I am holier than thou, and I walk on water just like Jesus. That's not what I'm saying, y'all. But what I am saying is that, people wanted to go outside on breaks. I think I told y'all this, y'all, and smoke and drink and chase women. I don't want to do that. I didn't want to do that because I had a mission. I had a vision, right? Somebody drop in the comments and say I have a vision. I'm talking about just like Martin Luther King did, y'all. I had a vision. I knew I wasn't going to be in that work environment. And y'all wouldn't believe it. But some of these men, these males are just as messy, okay, as some of these females, right? And I understand that for women, it's a natural thing, right? It's just a natural thing for women to want to gossip and cackle. Not all women, but for the most part, women, this is like a ritual. This is what women do. Believe it or not, You got some cackling men too. Want to talk about Keisha and, Kamara, and want to talk about what they did and who they slept with. Yeah, bro. I hit that, man. Right? Come on, y'all. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Fellas, y'all know. But what I'm saying is, y'all, they thought that you were dumb and messy. Okay? And the reason why I make you dumb and messy, is because when you start doing this publicly, now they got your name all in the tea. So guess what? When they say he said, she said, they can put a name attached to that he. Oh yeah, y'all, they can place a name attached to that she, right? This is why it is important to know who you are conversing and talking to. Make sense of what I'm saying, y'all, right? Make sense of what I'm saying. And this ain't just, the work environment, y'all. This is everywhere, but we're going to get into that. But that's number one, y'all. The reason why they thought that you were dumb and messy was because you work in the same work environment. Warehouse, right? Corporate jobs. Okay, I don't care if you are one of the people who work at Walmart or Sam's Club or Target or Costco's in that network marketing job, trying to sell a phone or try to sell some type of plan. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The people who be dressed up in suits and they be dressed up they be sharp too, y'all. They be sharp. And as soon as they see you, hey, let me show you something real quick. Yeah, y'all, that's a part of their sales scheme. How do I know? Because I had to do it, right? Let me show you something real quick. But those people, y'all, everywhere you go, that work environment family, they are dumb and messy, and they thought that you were dumb and messy, and that's not the case, right? You going places. You got things to do. You don't have time for that, right? But anyway, y'all, moving on to the next one is going to be number 2, and that is family. Okay? They are family. And so here's the thing, y'all. I know y'all done heard this quote. The apple don't fall too far from the tree. The apple don't fall too far from the tree. And the reason why people say that is because if the tree is an apple tree and it fell from that apple tree, and if it's not too far, then it means that it's clearly the same. The apple don't fall too far from the tree, right? The apple don't fall too far from the tree. And so you have to understand that family feel entitled to you. They feel obligated to you. They feel like you are one of a kind. And when I say one of a kind, you're one of their kind, right? They feel like you are exactly like them. But the problem is, y'all, this is another sign and signal of them not wanting you to grow. I understand we family, but it doesn't mean that we are the exact same. See, I actually have goals and visions. I actually want to do other things outside of gossiping and talking about people. Everybody and their mama and daddy. Yeah, I don't care because we family. It don't mean that I want to sit around a bonfire and talk about everybody's business. No, I'm not dumb and messy. I don't want to talk about everybody's business. And so family does the same thing, right? They expect for you to not grow just like they did not grow. They expect for you to still be on the same thing. Somebody drop in the comments and say stay away from still people, right? People who are still drinking, okay, still smoking, still cheating, still divorced, still unhappy, still miserable. You got to stay away from these individuals. And oftentimes, y'all, it is family, okay? It is family. People who are close to you, their loved ones, and you can't change who they are biologically. You're pretty much stuck with them, but you don't have to be stuck within their ways, right? Let me say that once again, y'all. You are stuck with family, but you don't have to be stuck within their ways, which means you don't got to be messy. You don't have to be dumb, okay? You don't have to make the same decisions that they did, right? Like, y'all, not to talk down on my father, but my pops, he went to prison, right? Some people would say, and he went to prison multiple times, and by the way, he's actually trying to do better too. If I'm going to talk about it, I'm going to talk about all of it. But what I want to say is that, a lot of people thought that I would go to prison just like him, okay? Family members, that don't mean that just because he went to prison that I'm going to go. It don't mean that. I strive to become better. I strive to supersede. I strive to become a great man. You follow what I'm saying, y'all? So just because your family did it doesn't mean that you have to do it, right? And oftentimes people begin to feel like they're cursed. They feel like they can't get nothing better. They feel like, man, since my mama did it, I gotta do it. No, that's not the truth. You can become a better version of your mom. Take some of the principles, take some of the ways, filter it out, right? But you don't have to take the whole pie, or else you're gonna get the same results. Like if a person is baking a cake and they messed up on that cake, why would I try to do it the same way they did it? I'm gonna try to learn from their mistakes so I can have a better result. Like, we got to stop going to mechanics trying to learn how to be a doctor, going to a doctor trying to learn how to be a mechanic. Somebody drop in the comments and say that don't make sense. Are y'all following what I'm saying, y'all? But sticking to the point, you got to understand something. They thought that you were dumb and messy, and that's not the case. It's simply not, y'all. And so the second reason, y'all, is because it's your family. They think that you're just like them, and this is why you are looked at like the black sheep. This is why you're looked at like, oh, you're the party pooper. You don't know how to have fun. Yeah, I know how to have fun, but I don't want to have toxic fun. I don't want to have negative fun. Right? The things that you think are funny, they don't think it's funny no more. Family. Right? And always love family for who they are. Let me end it off on that. Love family for who they are. But you don't have to become who they are. Number 3, it's going to be this, family. Y'all grew up together. That's another reason why they thought that you were dumb and messy. Y'all grew up together. I'm sure y'all had friends, who probably took a different route as y'all graduated college or not college, but graduated high school, right? Everybody don't go to college, but most people graduate high school, right? And so for those who graduated high school, that's where you pretty much start to see people take their own paths. Like, I never really believed my teachers and, parents and just older people who were like, y'all ain't gonna be hanging out forever. I never really believed that. But once I graduated high school and I seen how this person over here selling drugs, or this person over here, they got a baby now, this person over here married, like, people real life, take a life of their own. It ain't no more hanging out. We all riding 7 deep in the car and we going to a party, or we, round the corner, smoking, or we drinking, or whatever the case is. Of course, in my younger days, y'all. But, yeah, it's not that anymore. People have lives outside of you. And so sometimes, y'all, the people that you grew up with think that you're still on that same type of time. The people that you grew up with think that you're still, or I'm not going to say that you were messy, but they think that you're still condoning that type of lifestyle. Once again, y'all, when you got goals, when you have a purpose, you don't have time to be worrying about how many shots LeBron James made. Okay, you don't got time to be worrying about what Cardi B did, what her last album did, and the fact that her and Offset ain't together no more. You don't got time for that, family. You just really don't. Okay, and so oftentimes, y'all, the people that we grew up with are still doing the same thing. Family, I went to Douglas, Georgia, probably last year. It was around the time my grandfather passed away. Not last year, earlier this year, right when my grandfather passed away, and it was the same thing. Nothing changed. They drive the same cars. They work at the same job. It's the same old, the same women, the same guys, right? Yeah, they did a little bit of building around the city, but it's pretty much the same thing. People who you grew up with, they have that same way of thinking, and they think that you're on the same thing. This is why you have to show people how to treat you. You got to teach them how to treat you. You got to teach them how to respond to you. You got to teach them what you like and what you dislike. Yeah, you can't come to me like we high school again. You can't keep coming up to me like we in high school. I got a whole kid. I got things that I'm doing. You can't come to me as if I am that 17-year-old. What people don't realize is the 17-year-old version of you is going to be different when you get to the 27-year-old version of you. But guess what? When you're 27 years old, the 47-year-old version of you going to be different, and so on and so on. Listen, y'all, you are a whole nother individual. But just because they grew up with you, they think that you still dumb and messy. And they ain't saying that you dumb or ever been dumb or messy. But what I am saying is that when we were younger, or when we were, in that state of being, being with the BS, right? Oftentimes, we condone certain things. But now that you have been listening to Reno Speaks Riches, and now that you've been on your journey, you're not on that same type of time. And it's oftentimes those who you grew up with who think they can still try you like that. Number 4, it's your past, y'all. Your past. And like I always say, your past does not determine your future. Every time you're trying to do better in life, people will forever remind you of your past. Don't you forget that. People will always remind you of your past, right? When I was watching the Michael Jordan documentary, The Last Dance, he retired from basketball and then he went to baseball, right? And, I would agree and say Michael Jordan wasn't the best baseball player, but he had a passion for it. He actually liked the sport. He didn't even necessarily need the money. He had the passion. And that was around the time his thinking about my grandfather. His father passed away and he just wanted something new and different. Long story short, y'all, people was automatically reminding him of his past. You can't play baseball, man. What you doing, Michael? You Michael Jordan. Why you trying to play baseball? You need to stick with basketball. As if this man don't have a vision, or he want to accomplish certain things in life. And so the first thing they reminded him of was his past. See, whenever you begin to take a transition in life, y'all, the first thing they're going to remind you of is your past. You went to jail. You was a stripper. Man, you used to fight all the time. You used to be a thief. See, the problem is, y'all, humans don't forgive, but God does. Humans don't forgive, but God does. And so oftentimes people will remind you of your past, right? But you got to prove to not them, but to God that you're willing to work towards the future that he has for you. Because he says, I have plans to prosper you, to give you a future, right? And a hope. Not to leave you where you was. I don't care because you didn't get your GED. I don't care because you ain't go to college. I don't care because you ain't get that car. You ain't succeed in this particular thing. I got something else for you to succeed in. Who cares about what Auntie Michelle think? Who cares about what Uncle CJ think? Who cares about what your mama, your daddy, your cousin think? Who cares? So people are going to always try to remind you of your past. But every day you got to prove God that you're working towards your future. And guess what, y'all? Faith with works will never be dead. He's going to prosper you. Somebody drop in the comments and say God will prosper me. But sticking to the point, y'all, they thought that you were dumb and messy. Why would they think that, y'all? Because of your past, right? Simple as that. Some people don't want you to grow. Some people, they want to take that seed and leave it on cement. Why? Because they know that that seed don't have a chance at growing. But if you take that same seed and you place it down in the ground, ain't no telling what that seed can prosper and sprout out into. Make sense of what I'm saying, y'all? Number 5 is going to be this family. They plan to force their ways onto you, right? Let me say it louder for my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, they plan to force their ways onto you. So here's the thing, y'all. If the work environment can't get you, if the family feel like, our ways are not embedded into you, if your people feel as if, or your friends feel like, man, we grew up together and that's not working, or even family members, who you grew up with, if that's not working, if throwing your past up in your face ain't working, you know what they're gonna do, y'all? What they're gonna do is plan to force their ways onto you. For instance, right? Let's just say y'all live in the same household. Let's just say you are a woman and you are wholesome, right? So you don't have hoish ways. We're gonna keep it real on this video today, y'all. You don't have hoish ways, okay? You ain't out here trying to think about ways of cheating on your man. You ain't trying to go out here and, sleep with other men. You ain't doing that. You wholesome, right? But let's just say you are in a household full of women. Maybe they are family, maybe they are friends, and they have hoish ways. They have hoish ways. Well, what's going to happen is either you're going to get into it with them because you're not conforming to their ways, or you're going to stay strong and continue to renew your mind. And what's going to happen is you're not going to be on the same type of time that they're on, right? Let me say it like this, y'all. Either you're going to be with them or you're not. And if you're not with them, they're going to look at you like, oh, you against us. But in actuality, you just want to be loyal to your man, right? So either you're going to conform to their ways, or either you're going to, stick with your own ways. Because guess what? If you conform to their ways, they're going to be your best friend then. Oh, we good. But if you stick to the renewing of your mind, then we got a problem. Keisha thinks she above us. Oh, yeah. You seen what Miranda said? She act like she can't have no fun. Yeah. This is what they're going to do because they want you to join their messy and dumb world. This is what they want. But this is bigger than just woman and man. This is everywhere, y'all. This is job. This is relationship. This is marriage, right? This is events. This is whatever it is, y'all. This is what it is. Understand something, y'all. They will plan to force their ways onto you because we can't get to you in no other way. So now we're going to force the way we think onto you. We're going to force the way we act onto you. We're going to force. But see, again, y'all, when you backed by God, they can't force nothing on you. They can't. However, y'all, the scripture never said that the weapon won't form. It's going to form. Oh, yeah, it's going to form. But it's not going to prosper, y'all. But without beating this into a dead horse, family, they thought that you were dumb and messy. Y'all already know how we do. And the famous question once again, family, why would they think that? Number one, y'all, work environment, okay? This is why they thought that you were dumb and messy. They thought that you would conform to the ways at work, right? And most time, y'all, people do. No, most time, y'all, people do, right? Number two, family, okay? They feel like, hey, birds of a feather flock together, but you are different. The apple don't fall too far from a tree, but hey, you fell way far from that tree. Way far from that tree, right? Number three, they feel like since y'all grew up together, okay, you are dumb and messy just like them. Just because y'all grew up together, right? I told y'all, people be entitled and obligated. It's a crazy sickness. Number four, your past, right? That's another one, y'all, your past. And number five, family, they will plan to force their ways onto you, right? This is why they thought that you were dumb and messy, okay? But with that being said, y'all, we're going to go ahead and we just did the recap. We're going to go ahead and conclude this video. So, y'all already know how we do. If y'all would like to purchase any one of my books, enroll into my social influence course, book a one-on-one session with me, or enroll into my social influence course, which I think that I said already, y'all. I'm talking about get my Yes Sir t-shirt. That's what I mean. Okay, y'all can do so by clicking the link down below in the comments or hitting the link inside the description. I'm gonna catch y'all in the next video. Y'all keep a rich mentality. Peace. What's good, family? It's your boy Reno. Check this out, y'all. I just dropped my social influence course, okay? Where I show you how to build up your social media platform as well as become a self-published author. Understand what I'm saying, y'all? If you want to leverage your expertise, okay, you got to publish your book. But not only that, if you want to get popping and build your community, you got to build up your social media platform. And so I put that all in one course, okay? And so all you got to do is go to the link in my bio, all right? And drop in the comments, social influence. If you want to build up your social influence, click that link in the bio and we're going to get you popping. Keep a rich mentality.